My lovers, it's MJ from Ultra Love TV. How are you? Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is where I mostly work, work. You guys can join me here on Ultra Love TV. You can book intuitive tarot. You can buy some Ultra Love products, some apparel, online courses. Online coaching. I'm launching a new series of packages, so keep an eye out for that. Go ahead and subscribe to Ultra Love if you've been digging on the vibrashe. Also, like, straight up legit, this is all about just, you know, that we can be more loving to ourselves and create a more loving world, ideally. That would be fucking legit awesome. At the same time, we got to embrace the contrast, don't we? All right, let's get to the reading. I'm playing around with these weekly reads. One of you awesome friends said you love the elements, so I'm just playing around with the weekly readings and see how they flow. So this week I'm gonna do earth, air, water, and fire, and not necessarily focus just on the specific elements, but put together. So let me know in the comments if you like this format, or if you prefer the when I actually pull a few cards for each sign. I mean, we all have all the signs usually in our chart somewhere. It is my intention to offer divine guidance and love and clarity. This is for the air signs: Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, the air signs. First week of June we're looking at here. First week of June. Okay. So some of you are definitely coming out of like some grieving, some healing of the heart. You are getting to the other side of this, I would say, profound healing. You're endeavoring to rise into your power. It's like you're flowering into a greater part of yourself. There's keys. I often, when I look at the keys, I want to say you could be moving house, you could be buying a new car, anything that needs keys, you could be acquiring something. Keys, but then I also get a sense of this is also about unlocking greater potential, and also like claiming the key to your life, right? Like, if there's a new door to open and you have the key, you get to open it. So it's sort of like taking on new responsibility, flowering, having and allowing yourself to basically come into a greater place of power, authority within your own life, rather than looking to external authority for answers or whatever. Yeah, I feel like for some of you this is really about your creative power. I do want a bit more clarity. We have Page of Swords reversed. Some of you, I feel like, are dealing with a younger air sign or somebody who embodies that energy. They're in the reverse, which just tells me they're not very mature. I don't get this really negative energy. So for some of you, again, could be like one of your kids, or like, yeah, a child energy in your reality, or a friend, or whomever is younger than you, but they're being annoying. It's as simple. I'm not getting some deep, twisted darkness. It just feels like somebody in your environment is testing your patience and requiring a deeper level of strength, and I want to say compassion as well, like kind of fierce love and strength in that energy. Some of you are definitely having success. So I'm hearing something about, like, some of you have really turned a situation around. It's to do with your own emotional clarity. It's to do a lot with your own life experience, but you're either being rewarded or giving a reward, or there's some kind of recognition here, and indeed like a very prominent, powerful figure. It's there's For some of you, there's definitely this energy of like all eyes on you, not just your peers, but like people in positions of authority are taking note, or like noticing you. This is so weird. I feel like for some of you, you may have like shone light on some corruption or darkness, and you're being rewarded like hero vibrashe. Like you're being like, although it's kind of weird, but it's also this sense of like in a maybe a working situation or some kind of situation where you spotted something and addressed it, and it's helped bring a lot of good vibes. It's helped bring a lot of clarity to a situation, and so all your bosses are like super chuffed. There again, this sense of this Hierophant reverse, the keys are popping out at me. It's that no longer are you looking up at these people who have authority over you, but those people are now looking up to you. Like something about your creative vision or your creativity. Like maybe you guys just have felt really inspired and created something or made something that people are noticing. But there's definitely this sense of rising out of like a corrupted, or somebody abusing their power, or somebody who really yeah, just it's something's turned around there through your own inner creative landscape. Ultimately, you've definitely come over the crux of that this change and this shift. So you're and again, for a lot of you, this is incredible. This is like finally really grounding into your power. For some of you, there is some loving energy. There's two queens here in the upright, one wand, one water. So that could be energy coming towards you. Air and fire is often a nice, especially when it comes to just like having fun. Think of the air element as fanning the flame of the fire, and so there can be like, it's like the queens are just getting together, right, to shoot the shit, or have a coffee talk. Like, like there's nothing that's super grandiose or extravagant, or like Ten of Pentacles landing, but it's all very strong and empowered energy here, which for the air sign I think is a really positive thing. Courage and intensity. Oh, do you know what I feel that is? Just be prepared if like really some amazing things start to land, or like I don't know. Like it's like, if you get this phone call from some prime minister, I don't know. Do you know what I was saying about the authority, or like being recognized, or don't be surprised. It could be a bit intense. It could be a bit almost like what just happened. Like you wake up and you have 5,000 new emails because somebody found out you did this thing, and it's that kind of thing where I think the intensity, although old paradigm vibration should be intensity, is like all of the worst things that could possibly happen, or like, yeah, this is not that. The intensity that requires your courage is like the opposite of that. It's that things are going to get so good and so much awesomeness is coming in that you need your strength and you need your courage so that you stay grounded and ultimately open. Stay open to receive. You're flying into this new part of your creative life and flowering your consciousness to become a more empowered creator, because all of the characters are in the upright by the Magician, which is where, I mean, like in this situation you might have shone light on some corruption, or like outed somebody for stealing or whatever, but then again there's some positive characters wanting to shine some light for you, or be like, you're amazing, so you're kind of moving on up. Pardon me. Very successful, very good, strong, grounded feeling of welcoming this bigger sense of self ultimately. Air signs, I'll get one more card because I did for the earth signs. I'll grab one of the return of spirit just to see what messages come in to add any clarity. Integrity. Okay, that, I think that's like, that is perfect actually. So the integrity is that I think that with all of this heart healing, and you know, you being responsible and processing that and effectively rising out of this energy of conflict, this old cycle that you're now over, that now you're really standing your integrity, and I would almost say like in every area of your life people are taking note of that integrity, people are recognizing it, so you're kind of rising into a more prominent position. And then just for a few of you, remember we had that page reverse. I really get a strong feeling if that's a kid. And that's probably a child or a childlike person in your environment, either at home or in the work environment. If it's just somebody who's younger than you, who's like just started and they're just pissing you off, you know, or like they're, you know, there's nothing, again, nothing malevolent. It's just something that requires a little bit of strength. Yeah, to just deal with their annoyance essentially with them, then whatever they're doing there, it's like, it's that classic thing. It's like, are we there yet, are we there yet, are we there yet? That's that kind of energy. You're just like strength because you're infinite. So yeah, and that ultimately you're rising to this prominence, people are watching you. Just be aware of the intensity of awesomeness, you know, as you rise your vibrashe, you'll be feeling amazing. So there's some really, really good things, and then probably like, you know, some good social times as well with some tight pals. Okay, air signs, that's your read. I now realize that I, you know, again, I'm not focusing on the individual signs for the weekly, but I do kind of like this focusing on the elements, because then I sense we can all kind of get a little bit of messaging from these ones too. So air signs, have a fantastic week. I'll look forward to seeing you next week. I finished the monthly reading, so if you want to go check out the monthly readings for maybe a little bit more detailed forecast, feel free to do so. Otherwise, I'll look forward to seeing you guys on all the different social medias, online, in private sessions, and on the next video. Take care, you guys. Have a great day. Peace out.